My friends and I were planning on going on holiday for years and we weren't going to let COVID stop us, so here's a little vlog from our trip to the Isle of Wight. The day consisted of us travelling from London to the Isle of Wight. We got a train from Victoria to Portsmouth and then we sat by the harbour, ate our lunch before we headed onto the ferry to land at Ryde. We then arrived at the Isle of Wight and walked to our Airbnb to settle down and unpack. So we decided to treat ourselves to a bit of ice cream after our super long journey, so I got a biscoff sundae which was absolutely incredible. We then headed to the beach to relax and chill together.
Say yo! Hey Livy, I think you should T-pose. Guys.
Hey. And we headed back to our home where we watched some Netflix before playing some really silly goose games.
Respect the drip.
We then had some instant noodles for dinner whilst watching the first episode of Love Island, and then we turned to Jackbox to play some games and called it a night. Guys, I interrupt this section of the vlog to bring you guys a house tour of our Airbnb. So we begin at the front of the house and this door leads into the bathroom. The bathroom was so gorgeous and our host even hand labelled all the toiletries that she had left out for us. And then we had a bath, we've got a shower, a sink and obviously a toilet, and hey, a mirror too. So at the end of the corridor we had a staircase that took us up to the main floor. It was definitely much smaller to what it looked like on the website, but it was super cozy and we didn't actually find it too cramped for the three of us. We then had a TV which had Netflix, Disney and Sky, and then we had this sofa bed where Liv slept. Host even had a tote bag full of beach towels and sunscreen in case we went to the beach. Then panning down here is a tea caddy with a selection of teas and even more hand labelled stuff. We then have a kettle, a coffee machine and even a mini fridge since the house didn't have a kitchen. And she also stocked it up for us with orange juice, fresh milk and even oat milk. Like, bless her, we had an absolutely lovely host. So that was kind of the main floor part of the house. And then if you go up these stairs, you get to the double bed where me and Zaf slept during our stay, which was actually super comfy. And that is the house tour complete. So on Tuesday, Livy booked us in for a ceramic session at the Fired Art Studio in Ryde, where we could choose from a range of ceramics and then paint them. Zaf painted a butterfly, Liv painted a cat, and I painted an owl, and these are what it looked like before it got fired. We then headed into a really cool kind of shop, where we found someone who does rice engravings, so I got one with my sister's name on it. Headed for lunch to the Wonky Goat, yeah I know, Wonky Goat, and just burned some calories off by playing some mini golf. Obviously, I had the lilac ball.
No! It's okay, he just wants to take his time.
Joke's on you.
We then headed back to our house to rest and watch very relevant episodes of Phineas and Ferb before we headed out to go bowling.
I would cry, is it because
Zaf obviously ended up winning and then we played into the arcade where I won a monkey. And then we headed home, had a Chinese, watched Luca, and then we headed to bed. On Wednesday, we took a bus down to Sandown where we went to the Wild Heart Animal Sanctuary.
oh my gosh, off he goes. That's a life. That's a life.
Come at me, bro.
And a lizard who seemed to be going absolutely nowhere. And obviously the child in me found the playground and had to go on the slide. We ended up playing a lot more golf, but this time it was dino golf.
Liv, stop blocking the view of the gorgeous dinosaur.
I'm the gorgeous dinosaur.
And then we had lunch at the bandstand with an absolutely stunning sea view. Then headed back to Fired Art to pick up our ceramics and they looked absolutely stunning. We then had a pit stop in the Chocolate Apothecary, which was a cafe selling coffee and really bougie chocolate. before we headed back to the arcade and the beach, where I won yet another toy. And then we played bowling one more time since we got free tickets. Obviously no flex, but guess we got 2 strikes in a row. For dinner we went to Ride Castle and we just kind of caught up with each other properly. The food was incredible. Thursday was our last day, so we packed up and headed out for brunch at number 64 in Ride. I got haddock Florentine, Zaf got loaded fries, and Liv got an English breakfast. And I was so stupid that I ended up booking tickets for like 3 p.m, so we decided to kill some time. And then we headed back to London. Guys, that is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I'll see you guys again for another video. Goodbye!